Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So tonight we have Alexandra Bernas. I first met Alexandra Bernas when I was in high school. She's an amazing singer. Alex was she was a representative for the Philippines at the Interscholastic Association of Southeast Asian Schools for a few years, I believe. And just last year, she was at Carnegie Hall performing. I believe Alex is here already to share with us about her passion in singing and music in general, and to sing something for us maybe at the end.
Hey, Ron. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Alex.
Hi,
Good evening. How are you? How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
That's
It's my
nice.
first time live. Woo!
That's exciting. I'm also very excited for this series. It's the first time we're doing this, and I'm really thrilled. I was just talking about how we met. It's because of show choir in high school, and we really got to know each other through music. And I was also telling them about the things that you've done so far. You were part of the Interscholastic Association of Southeast Asian Schools, and just last year you were at Carnegie Hall.
I'm still in shock that it happened. I was not expecting it to happen.
What did you perform again? What did you sing?
In Carnegie.
Yeah.
So I did 2 ensemble numbers. One of them was the Gambling Quartet from Manong, and the other one was Belle Nuit. It's a duet. It's from Offenbach's Tales of Hoffmann.
We are so excited to hear you sing for us tonight. So I was talking to you before, and one thing kept coming back during a discussion. One theme, and it's the role of music in your life. Would you tell us a little bit more about that, and how exactly music helps you deal with stress?
Okay, so music has played so many roles in my life, and I'd say like the pivotal moment for me when music just started clicking was in high school. I was this awkward kid, and I wasn't really open with people whenever I was struggling with something. Fortunately, I was in a choir, and it was there that I got close to people, like our choir teacher, Miss Rev, like some of our classmates, and especially you, Rom. And it was through this shared connection that it's like I felt able to open up. It's like music was this bridge, and it felt easier to connect to people. And that has always stayed true to me later on in life. In this pandemic, for example, there's a lot of social distancing. We're not allowed to go outside or see our friends, and it's been quite a challenge. But I've continued working with my voice teacher and my coach, and also I signed up for the Set Orchestra's master classes, so I was able to keep in touch with people that I'm seeing regularly. And in addition to that, I was just drawn into this larger community of people who just love to sing.
That's really amazing to hear. It's really important that you connect with your friends who are also passionate about the things that you're passionate about, and stay connected with them, because that's the only way you can, I guess. There are a lot of ways you can stay sane, but connecting with them, given that you are away from them, is really helpful. Now let's backtrack a bit and talk about what about music exactly. What is it about music exactly that helps you? Is it listening to music or singing? Because for some people, for me especially, when I get really stressed, I put on really loud, usually metal music. I find it really helpful. Is it listening to music or more performing that helps you?
say I am more leaning towards the performer side and all the elements of the preparation that go into the performance. Let's start with the process of picking something to sing and getting to know the piece that you're going to present. Now, we're looking at works that have existed, at least in my case, existed for centuries. Even though they were written centuries ago and they were written in a language that is not in my mother tongue. If you look deep and close into it and actually listen and look at all the nuances, that's when I find myself relating a lot more to the pieces and identifying with some of my repertoire. Now, let's go to the technical side of it. It's a lot of self-discovery, so I become a lot more in tune with myself and how my body works, and especially in tune with myself during physically vulnerable times. Now, you combine both of that, both the emotional vulnerability of the character with the physical vulnerability performing. I mean, when you're singing, you're not hidden by an instrument. You're facing the audience full on. They get to see all of you, and there are just a lot of intricacies that go on and make it sound. So you combine all of that, and you're really just bringing your full self and all of that to the performance.
I think that's something that a lot of people need to discover. You know what I mean?
It's a huge exercise in empathy and finding someone else's truth and trying to see like shared truths of humanity.
Right. So let's transition to how music has been helping you deal with stress or just the challenges brought forth by this pandemic. Maybe we can start with the challenges that you've been facing recently because of the lockdown.
Okay, so I'd say that one of the biggest challenges that I've faced during the lockdown is just watching all these plans that I had for myself change over the summer. At the start of the year, I was preparing to hopefully be in a program abroad or out of the house. And then the lockdown happened, and I thought, oh gosh, how on earth am I gonna, how on earth am I gonna keep up my singing? And then like when I went on social media, I saw all these posts about people losing their jobs, especially in the performing arts industry, people losing their jobs, theaters closing down, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen years from now? I asked myself, like, what will happen to the singing industry and the singing career, and will I ever be able to be out there on a physical stage again?
Right. Now, you mentioned that with a lot of artists, performers losing their jobs, and this posing a challenge or a threat on an artist, a performer's career in the future. It's kind of ironic, but help me understand this. How does singing give you comfort and help you deal with the stress that brings? Do you understand what I mean? If this idea or this belief that artists don't have the security, then how does singing help you deal with that?
Yes, it's totally a valid point. I think that at the core of myself, I've realized that as much as it's wonderful to get out there and go on a physical stage or sing for a huge audience, well, we're we're not really we're not really doing it for the recognition or the fame or whatever compensation there is. I do believe that there there is so much internal satisfaction that goes beyond that. Even though physical places are limited right now, there are still other platforms to share and make that heart-to-heart connection, such as the interwebs, such as Instagram Live.
Right. So, if I'm getting it right, it's the process itself, right?
Yeah.
It's the process itself that gives you comfort, that helps you overcome the sadness brought forth by the isolation. It's not the future that you're thinking about, but more the music right in front of you that's
Yes,
helping you.
exactly. And I know it's
Beautiful.
so easy to get ahead of ourselves and make 1 year plans, 5 year plans, 10 year plans, which is all good. I mean, we want to have direction in life, but I think it's for me, music is one of those reminders to stay in the now, think of what I need to do right now.
Is there anything that we should be looking forward to? Any performances, any shows online that we can watch from you?
Wow. Thanks for asking. At the moment, things are pretty up in the air. I signed up for a summer concert series that's organized by someone in Lisette Oropessa's masterclass group. I have yet to find out the specifics of the date and the repertoire. I'll post an update once I have more information about that.
Now, I want to know what you're performing for us. I didn't get to ask you.
Oh, all right. So I am singing Blondchen's aria Durch Zärtlichkeit und Schmeicheln from Mozart's Die Führung aus dem Serail. And
Wow.
this is
Okay.
something I sang last week at 2 a.m. in Lisette Oropessa's masterclass.
Ooh. Oh, I think I think I saw that one.
Oh.
Would you mind saying the title for me again? I didn't get that.
I'm sorry?
Would you mind saying the title for me again?
Sure. Durch Zärtlichkeit und Schmeicheln. Durch